Hello, welcome to another Gundam Operation 2 video. That is the Grandpa Gundam, and I got a match here for you on Arctic Base 600, and an ace match as well. And we'll be playing with Red Wolf Vion again. He'll be playing the Jesta Cannon, which doesn't sound like a good idea on Arctic Base, but our team does get aggressive enough at some points where he'll actually be taking a lot of elevated positions. And yeah, the Jesta Cannon is definitely a pretty good leg breaker, so if he can get a good position, he could potentially weaken the enemy team, cripple the enemy team at their front line, right? Especially, on Arctic Base where you have a good vantage point on top of either side of the map or on the towers in the middle. So, yeah, and of course with the Gundam here, I am using the Hyper Hammer. The last time I had a video on the Gundam, I was using the Beam Saber, and I was mentioning how the Beam Saber is not a bad choice. It does have a few benefits. Of course you can clash with generals, and sometimes clashing can be helpful in this game, because you do have melee 3 priority as well. And, there's even some raids in this game that have 2 melee priority, like the, the Night Seeker, if there's one at 600, but obviously at lower cost, So there's definitely some nice things about the Beam Saber, but, yeah, the Hyper Hammer, I think I mentioned in that video, the Hyper Hammer is just the pick for the most part, because, yeah, not only do you have insane damage potential from a very, very basic combo that's going to hit 90% of the time. All you need is one stun, and then you get close to somebody, and then you downswing. That's it. That's all you do. And there you go. You're now really effective. It's really dead simple to do. Along with that, it's just the idea of the way the Gundam plays is that people will either try to dodge roll or they'll tackle you. Now, first of all, tackling doesn't work. You can't counter the Hyper Hammer. Of course, people will do it for invincibility as well, right? But yeah, if you tackle the Gundam, you're just right back in close range to it. And then obviously you can do it while he's doing the downswing, so you can, he's already wasted the downswing. He has to wait for it to ready up again, so that's something you can do, right? But yeah, obviously you're still in the range of the Gundam, who hasn't wasted his abilities, assumedly, right? Assumedly. And now for if you're using the dodge roll. Now, obviously, if you do a dodge roll, well, depending on if you have a double dodge roll or not. If you don't have a double dodge roll, yeah, you have no thruster gauge. So either way, you're wasting thruster gauge. The Gundam is still at an advantage. And yeah, if you're pushing a front line, more than likely people are going to try and back away from you, because they don't want to get hyper hammered. And of course, because of that, people will back away from a front line, which this could be, I believe in that match with the Beam Saber, that's what, they had 2 high-level Gundams on the enemy team with Hyper Hammers, so they were trying to push a front line where people will notice, okay, they have Hyper Hammers, I need to back up. And if you have multiple Gundams, and multiple in the enemy team backing up, that gives your team a lot of ground to cover, So that's a lot of benefits with the Hyper Hammer. The downside is, though, as soon as the enemy team does see a Hyper Hammer, they know what you're trying to do. Almost everybody plays it the same way. So they're going to try and just be nasty with it and try to not get hit and try to end you as fast as possible. With the Gundam, it's not the fastest suit at 600. Definitely not the fastest. And it does only have 1 dodge roll and all that good stuff, for being a level 4, level 5 suit. So, yeah, you do have a lot of stuff to work with against and with the suit at this cost. And yeah, if you guys didn't notice, by the way, I hit that Mark III with for 8k damage. Yeah, I don't think I said it, but I do have a melee build on this suit because I felt like hurting people today. I think before we did this match, I think we actually won a lot of matches this session with Vion, but I decided to be a little bit mean today just to try out the Hyper Hammer at Arctic Base. I knew there's going to be at least a raid or something, right? And I know Vion's going to be a support, so hopefully, I would run into one. There's a few. I think just a Humbrabi on the enemy team, right? So there's something to hit, but obviously I just kind of been going willy-nilly on people. Now, I don't want any kills, though, because I think you'll notice that last suit, the Mark III, I didn't really target him. I didn't want to, or I say target him. I definitely targeted him, but I didn't want to kill him. when he left his suit to try and finish me off as a pilot, which is funny. I didn't finish off his suit because I don't want to be the ace, because like I said, Gundam is very predictable with the Hyper Hammer, and it can get focused down if enough people are just, you know, aiming for it and wanting it dead. And of course, you know, if you're fighting a suit that that will stun you first, then, well, yeah, you only have a dodge roll to work with. Yeah, you do have a shield as well, but, you know, that can be on or off in terms of defense. So yeah, aces are about to be selected. Our ace is the Z Zulu, which is not a bad choice. You know, it's very hard to stun that suit when it has its melee out, compared to the C1 on the enemy team. The C1 is also a pretty damn good choice for an ace because it does do a lot of damage in any given combo. It does have a heavy stagger, so it can solo out somebody. So even if it doesn't get a kill, it can still at least get assists, right? So obviously some pretty good choices. The downside is that they're both the ace, so the raid can't consistently target just the enemy ace. You know, he also has to get kills in general just to buff up our why am I not forgetting the word? The points. There we go. Can't remember the fucking word points. But yeah, we're gonna push over here, and I think we're gonna go ahead and lower the health of a few enemies. The only downside is we didn't realize our ace pushed up to the left side of the map there. From our perspective, right? The left side of the map, and he's with the enemy ace. He's trying to kill the enemy ace, which is nice. But yeah, if he gets killed, that's gonna be down. That's gonna be bad. That's gonna be down bad. All right, we got the enemy ace. I think our ace will retreat a little bit. Excuse me. Why am I getting hiccups now? Please no. Rizel's trying to boost away. I think it's Rizel. Gonna go ahead and stun him. Give him the good old beam rifle into Vulcan treatment. And I tried to bait out downswing. Not gonna fall for it. And unfortunately, we left the kills for the ace here. And well, Haikushi Kai wanted the kill, I guess, even though it's ace mode. At any point during this last minute, I believe the enemy ace could just rack a few kills, right? Alright, we got rid of the other enemy there. Our ace got him, and now the enemy ace has spawned in with the Humbravi. Unfortunately, it seems like they're the only two over there, so we're gonna go ahead and make for a good push here, and I believe we'll go ahead and help finish off the enemy Humbravi here. Actually, no, we're gonna go ahead and let the ace finish him off. My bad. We're gonna go straight for the enemy ace and go ahead and get our good old Hyper Hammer downswing, the Hyper Hammer of Hell. There we go, 6,000 damage, and yeah, nice finish off on the enemy ace. And let's see what we can do here with all the rest of the enemy team spawning in. There's the Mark III. Let's show him what Grandpa can do. There we go, nice heavy stagger. Straight for our, didn't look like he had a lot of melee resistance earlier, so definitely a pretty big, juicy target for our raid. And there's the full armor the Haikushiki Kai, another downswing, almost 7,000 damage. There we go, nice finish off by the ace, and you know what, just because we're feeling like it, let's get one more Hyper Hammer swing on the poor Humbravi here, who just got back from spawning in, and he's nearly going to die. There we go, 7,000, followed up by our, by the Haikushiki Kai. He's nearly dead, but yeah. Mission completed, and let's see what we got going on here today. And hey, top assist, I'll take that. And our ace, my bad, definitely did really well. I was gonna praise the enemy ace, but I think who did I praise? Let me see. I think I might have praised the Haikushiki. No, I praised Vion because I think. Wait, first of all, second place, 2 and 1. A lot of pursuit assist and decent, almost 3,000 individual score. And yeah, first place in assist score and yeah, over 100k damage. But yeah, I felt bad for Vion because he got a low placement, but it wasn't because he was doing bad. It was because our team was actually just doing really well. Like I said, that last push was pretty good, and he had the right advantage points, right? So where he can shoot down the enemy team. It's just that we were rushing the enemy team and just killing them, you know? Especially at the end there, it's just one by one, the enemy team just falls to our ace, and we just line them up. As you saw, the score was 23,000 to 12,000, and at one point the enemy team could have won if they kind of linked up the kills, right? But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the Gundam with or without the Hyper Hammer. Now, in terms of design, I actually really do like the Gundam. It's like my top 5, in my top 5 favorite Gundams in this game, or in general, my bad, in terms of design. In this game, I think it's a really fun suit to mess around with. I do like playing the beam saber every now and then, but sometimes, when I'm having a pretty bad day, or in this case, I just want to have some fun with some friends, or Vion. I'm just kidding, we're friends. Well, I decided I wanted to pull it out just because, funny hyper hammer. Sometimes you just want to be an asshole sometimes, right? Sometimes you just want to be that guy. Yeah, the hyper hammer though, in terms of viability compared to the beam saber, again, the beam saber does have a few benefits like clashing that can sometimes save you. And the hyper hammer doesn't have the ability to clash, so some enemies can actually melee through you, and that can lead to some terrible results depending on what you're doing in the match. But the hyper hammer is just clearly the better option in terms of pushing up a line, making enemy team waste their resources trying to avoid you, and of course, well, the meme damage, right? Especially if you're doing an all melee build like I think I was doing. I think I have 69 melee damage, which, first of all, nice, and second of all, yeah, it's gonna do some dumb damage. But yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.